did over APC? First of all, we did the function APC functional curve, right? That is propensity to consume. Then after that, we did types of propensity to consume. Okay. And over that, we did APC and MPC. Okay. So when we did propensity to consume, after that, we drew the table and the graph. And after that, we wrote few points about APC. Sorry, this propensity to consume point, right? Like consumption curve, right? So similarly, over here, we wrote few points about the saving curves. Now we will be drawing the table and the graph. Clear?
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Okay. Yes. Wait. This is just give me 1 minute. I'm just. Okay, you can see my screen, right? Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Others, Aditya and Janab, you can see my screen? No. Aditya and Janab, can you see my screen? Aditya is facing network issues, maybe. Janab, can you see my screen? Maybe network issue. Okay. So basically, this is the schedule for your consumption saving curve. Okay, this is the schedule for your saving curve. Okay, so it is same as we did in the consumption curve, right? So you can see this is your income, this is your consumption, and this is your savings, right? So over this, like first of all, you will write schedule for saving curve. Then you will draw this, like you will draw the table, and after that you will draw the saving curve. So like this graph, how you're going to draw graph, this is going to be your income, and first of all you will draw the consumption. So your consumption will go like this, and how you will draw the saving curve, it will go start from here because it's a negative, and somewhere it will go like this. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Others? Aditya, clear?
I didn't hear. I logged out actually.
Okay, okay. So basically now we are going to draw the saving, the schedule for propensity to save, right? So this is your schedule. Like you can see, you have income, you have consumption, and you have savings. Okay. So you can see this is a table. Like this is same as you did when you were doing propensity to consume. Okay. There also you draw this graph, right? So first of all, you will draw this, and then you will draw the graph. How you are going to draw the graph? This is going to be your income, this x-axis. So over here, like you can see consumption. So first of all, you will draw the consumption curve like this. And after that, you will draw the saving curve, which will start from here, right? So somewhere it will collide between or something like that, here or there, right? So first of all, write the heading, schedule for propensity to consume. Schedule for propensity to save, sorry. Okay. And then This is graph for propensity to save. Clear?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. You have drawn the graph? No? Yes?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
so now
I
you
have.
you have to draw the graph now. Okay. Those who haven't. So how you are going to draw it? Simply you can see over they have only drawn the saving curve, but you have to draw the consumption curve as well, which will go like this. Okay, maybe something like this. I hope you can draw it. Yes? Or you want me to give it a clarification? Yes?
Ma'am, could you explain it, please?
Okay. See, this is going to be your graph. Okay. So here you are going to plot this 100, 200, 300 like this. Okay. Here also 100, 200, 300 like this. Carry on. Here minus 100, minus 200. Why minus? Because your savings are minus that negative. That's why you're going to plot it like this. Okay. Now for zero income, you have 50 consumption. So for zero, this is a zero. For zero, you have 50. So wait, I'll just change my marker. For zero, it is here. So it is like here. Okay, 50. And for 50, it is 75. So here it will be 50. 50, it is 75. So somewhere it will be here, right? And for 100, it is 100. So for 100, it is 100 here. Then for 200, it is 150. For 200, it is 150. Like this. Then for 300, it is 200. For 300, it is 200. So your consumption curve is, it's not starting from 0, okay? It's starting from 50. So it is going like this. Yes? So this is your consumption curve. Clear? Consumption curve is clear?
Yes, ma'am. It's clear now.
Okay. Now coming to savings. Okay. So I'll just erase it because it will create confusion. And now coming to savings, you can see it is for 0, it is minus 50. So for 0, it is minus 50. So it will start from here, minus 50, right? And for 50, it is minus 25. So for 50, it is minus 25. So it will lie here. And for 100, it is 0. So for 100, it is 0. For 200, it is 50. For 200, it is 50. So it will sit here. For 300, it is 100. For 300, it is 100, like this. So your saving curve will go like this. Clear?
Yes, ma'am, it's clear.
So quickly draw it and then we'll move.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, everyone is done?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Now we are going to do the next concept, which is your types of propensity to save. Okay. So types of propensity to save, basically we have two. One is your APC, APS, and other one is your MPS. It's going to be same, only instead of consumption, instead of C, you will be writing S. Okay. So first is average propensity to save. So ma'am, what is average propensity to save? The ratio of aggregate savings to aggregate income is known as average propensity to save. There it was at the ratio of aggregate consumption, right? But here it is aggregate saving to aggregate income is known as average propensity to save. How you are going to get it? By dividing aggregate savings by aggregate income, we get APS. Okay, by dividing aggregate savings by aggregate income, you are going to get APS. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so quickly write it down. Types of write and just write over there, draw this and draw after that write A and then write.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, everyone is done. Janab done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Now what you are going to do, you are going to draw the schedule for APS. Okay. So you can see my screen. This is your income. This is your consumption. These are your savings. You have the formula for APS, which is S divided by income. Savings divided by your income. And you have to find this APS. Okay. So quickly you will find it out. And after that, we'll draw the graph. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Everyone is done?
No, ma'am. 1 second.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, do it. Do it.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, so now I'll just erase it and everyone will tell me the answers. Check your answer. You got the same answer, or is there any variation in your
Yeah,
answers?
ma'am, same answers.
Okay.
Same
Amos?
answer.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Now we are going to do the graph. Okay, so you are going to do graph. Graph is very, very simple. Okay, you are going to take income and your saving. So income will be here, right? And saving will be here. So you are going to draw it from here. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, so quickly draw it. You just have to take income and the savings, okay? Because this is all about saving curve. So you are not going to include this because we are talking about average propensity to save. So saving curve. I think after this chapter, you people will be pro in drawing graphs and tables because you have to draw so many graphs over here.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, Aditya and
One
Janab
more.
also done. Okay, Janab, you are also done.
Yes, ma'am. Done.
Okay. Now we are going to write few points about APS. Okay. So what are the few points about APS? First thing is that APS can never be one or more than one. Okay, so you can see over here, APS can never be one. You haven't seen that it is one, right? Or you haven't seen that it is more than one, right? So first thing is that APS can never be one or more than one. So why? The question is why? So because as savings can never be equals to or more than the national incomes, right? If your savings can never be more than or equals to national income, that's why your APS can never be one or more than one, right? Second is APS can be zero. You can see your APS can be zero here. So when your APS can be zero, when your income and consumption are equal, and this point is known as break-even point, and at that time your savings will be zero. So APS can be zero. APS is zero when income is equals to consumption. That is savings are zero at that time, and this point is known as break-even point. Clear?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, these points are very important, students. Right now, see, you don't have to mug up anything. It's like simply just see this table and get the conclusion. When your APS is 1, when your APS is 0, ma'am, when consumption is equals to income, and at that moment your savings are 0, and when your consumption is equals to your income, that point is known as break-even point, BEP, right? Third is APS can be negative or less than 1. Yes, you can see your APS can be negative. You have seen it's negative plus it is going to be less than 1. Over here you can see it is less than 1 itself. So AP at income levels, at income level which are lower than the break-even point, APS can be negative as there will be dissavings. Okay, so when your income will be less than your when your income will be less than your consumption, right? At below level of break-even point, APS is going to be negative because at that moment you have negative saving. That's why your APS is negative. And APS rises with increase in income. You can see APS is increasing from 0 to 0 0.25, 0 0.33, 375. And also your income is also increasing 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, right? Why APS is increasing with increase in income? Because the proportion of income saved keeps on increasing, right? For example, earlier your income was 10, you were consuming 5, and your savings were 2. Okay, so now your income is 20. So of course you somehow you are going to consume 6. For example, if you are eating 6 chapati, so after income increase, you won't be eating 10 chapati, right? You have the limited capacity for your stomach, right? There is a limited space. So the rest amount which what you will be doing, this 26 you consume, rest 14 what you will be doing, you will be saving, right? So with increase in income, the proportion of saving increases. That's why your APS increases with increase in income. Clear?
Yes,
Yes,
teacher.
ma'am.
Okay. So you can write these points, important points for APS.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, good. Now we are going to do the next part, which is your marginal propensity to save. It is same as the consumption, but instead of consumption, you're going to write savings. So the ratio of change in savings to change in income is called MPS. It is the proportion of income saved out of additional income. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, good. Now, mm, mm. Okay, so this is what your income, savings. This is your change in savings. So I hope you are aware that how you have to find change in savings, right? First one will be dash because you don't know the previous one. But here, like from 50 to 25, how much is needed? 25. 25 to 0, 25. Uh, 0 to 50, 50. 50 to 100, 50. 100 to 150, 50. Like this. And change in income is first one will be dash, next 0 to 50, 50. 50 to 100, 50. 50 to 100 to 200, 100. 200 to 300, 100. 300 to 400, 100. Like this. And MPS, you know the formula. You'll just put this delta C, delta S divided by delta Y, and you will get your MPS. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Janab, done?
Yes, ma'am.
I hope everyone got the answer 0.5. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now you are going to draw your this schedule. Sorry, graph. Same. You are going to take savings and your income. Right? So quickly draw it. Now you people are very pro. You can easily draw it now.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Everyone is done?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now we are going to write few points about MPS. Okay. First is MPS varies between 0 and 1. Okay. So you can see over here, it is in between 0 to 1. Right? It is not 0, even not 1. Okay. So, but when your MPS will be 0 or 1? First thing is that MPS varies. This is the first point. MPS varies between 0 to 1. MPS will be equals to 1 if you are going to use your additional income for the consumption. That means you are doing zero savings. So MPS will be 0 at that time. But MPS will be equals to 1 if you are going to use your entire income, additional income in saving. Okay. And second point, MPS can never be greater than 1 because change in savings cannot be greater than change in income. So over here you have seen that your MPS is not more than 1, right? So your MPS can never be greater than 1 because this cannot be like the change in savings cannot be more than your change in income. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. You can write.
Done, teacher.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, good. So this is for this unit. In our next class, we'll first of all we'll just differentiate between MPS and MPS and APS, and after that we'll start with the investment function. Right? We are done with consumption function. We are done with saving function. We'll start with in the investment function. But before that, like tomorrow, we'll be doing some numerical portion as well. Right? Like to find APS, MPS like this. Okay, the numerical portion. Clear?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So right now what you're going to do, like you have 1 minute. Okay. Now we are done with the time. I think